You're watching the Battered Fans Network.
The Herons are champs. Yeah. Roll south to Freedom Park, rocking pink and black. Official tissue in the 305, bounty full of greats. The Battered Fam with Chris and Dan dropping hot takes. Messi and the Herons start the season with a star on the crest. So 29 fan bases can cry, cause we the best. Sign homegrowns like Noah, Frey and Ruiz, replacing goats with greats. Yeah, Miles got the cheese and he called it. Freedom to dream was the backbone. From Lockhart to Miami, it feels good to be at home. Multiple times a week on YouTube and audio. Take the time to subscribe, like and share the show. So check and chat, grab your MLS cup and coming. No question about it, I'm ready to get a star again.
No question about it. I am ready to get hurt again.
Chris, the Herons are back. Welcome, everybody, to episode number 490. Ooh, almost at 500 of the Battered Herons podcast. I'm your host, Dave Gunn, alongside me, as always, with the KBD. How are you doing, sir?
I mean, Mr. Krabs already calling us out. We're late.
No. First of all, I tried something new today. We started at 9:30 today, and we started on time. And we started at 9:30. We put that as a start time just so we could avoid these "we're late" comments. Okay, so because my son sometimes falls asleep like right at 9, a couple minutes after 9. So you know what? 9:30 works.
Well, and John Paul Terrazas is asking for the Discord link, so I don't know how to do that. I know you've done that before, so I guess we'll do that later at the end.
Let me try to send it right now.
Well,
I
and
feel
Amy,
like I've seen that a couple times.
Yeah, a couple of people have been asking about it, and Amy Rodriguez already starting off with crime this beginning of the show. Hey, Chris, Muda is better than Frey. So, I mean, we got a lot to talk about. Like, in reality, I kind of presented something I wanted to talk to you about earlier when we had the chance to talk, and it's going to be an interesting conversation today because preseason is all but over. Still have one more game left. I don't feel too comfortable about some of the positioning in terms of the team, so I guess we gotta go over that a little bit. I don't know what everybody else feels.
I just sent the link, but I don't see it popping up in the chat. I don't know why.
Well, because you can't be a guy just in the chat dropping links.
No, I can't be that guy.
I don't think so. I don't think you could just be a guy dropping a link in the chat. I think you got to do it from like here. Like, imagine guys dropping links. We'd be doomed. Imagine the kind of links that can be dropped in the chat if you're allowed to just drop links.
All right, so whoever asked for the link, I'm sorry. Apparently I can't provide it. I'll put it up on our Twitter, though. I'll tweet out just a random link, so just make sure you're following us on Twitter. All right, so we have a guest. Usually, by this time of the year, we've had a bunch of Inter Miami guests. This year, we just haven't done a good job of getting more people on. But we do have a guest on because we like, before the season starts, to get a little more opinions from around the Inter Miami universe. So we do have a guest. But before I get on to the guest, and maybe I'll ask the guest also, but I feel like the Super Bowl yesterday, the game, nobody's talking about the game because it was such a bore fest.
Yeah.
Everybody's happy that the Patriots lost.
It was almost a soccer game.
Yeah, it was not entertaining, the game itself. So everybody's just talking about the halftime show.
Yes.
And I see Xavier Penny is saying that he thought that it was horrible. Just out of curiosity, Chris, did you enjoy the halftime show?
I mean, I thought it was nice as a Latino. I like the touches he had in the halftime show. Like, you see the kids sleeping on the chairs. Like, who hasn't
Everybody
been a kid?
That out. Yeah, that was fun. Yeah,
you have the abuelos playing the dominoes. You have the nail salon deal. I thought that he did a really good job with the whole climbing the light post or light pole, because United States has done Puerto Rico like pretty grimily in history overall. So I think that was a nice touch as well.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I thought it was good.
All right. So with that said, Now time to bring on one of our favorite guests, Mr. Matt from SoFlo Soccer. What's going on, Matt? How are you doing, sir?
Matt, you're on mute. You're starting it off the battered way.
Jesus Christ. Okay. No, we're good. We're good, right? I'm okay.
Yes,
No,
we're
it feels
perfect.
good, guys. I'm very happy to be with you guys and to talk Miami. I feel like it's been a while since I actually stood in front of a camera and talked because I've just been so insanely occupied. But I'm ready. I haven't lost my touch. I don't think, at least.
No, man, no. And you've been
I'm
killing it
saying
with
the
the.
only guy in
I've been
Miami
telling
that
you,
has
you've
better hair
been
than
killing it.
Campapi.
Yes. No, I mean, look at his hair. It's flowing.
Dude, I've been growing it out. Before it used to be really short, and I'm trying to get like this flow going.
Let's do it.
No, I've been liking it. It's good. So I
Does your
appreciate
dad
you.
have a lot of hair?
No, no. When he was my age, he did have a lot of hair, and my grandfather also did too. Like they would always tell me, like, "Oh yeah, I
Are
had
they
my
bald
hair
now?
like you," but now, yeah, they're like because they're 50. Well, my dad is like 50 something, and my grandfather's 70 something. So like now they have like the typical Hispanic man hair with like the bald in the middle and like the.
Okay,
Yeah.
so the only reason I'm asking is because usually if dad was bald, you're gonna be bald. So I'm just saying, just enjoy it.
Okay,
But that's not true.
I think that's why I'm also growing it out too. I'm
Yeah,
scared of
enjoy
being
it,
bald
enjoy
when I'm older.
Enjoy it.
But
I'm
that's
scared.
not true, Danny. You have a good head of
Yeah.
hair. Your pops is kind of bald.
No, but I'm balding. Like you can see it.
Nah,
Like,
but
my
and
hair
you
is
know my
thin.
dad. My dad has a freaking full head of hair, and I'm not. I don't have a full head of hair like that.
No, my hair is no longer. It's not. I mean, I'm not as bald as my father, but my hair isn't what it was in the 20s.
Is this
I'm
true?
ho-
Stancy's dropping knowledge saying you inherit your hairline from your mother's side.
Well, maybe that's why I'm lucky because my mother's side of the family has a lot of hair.
Well, I hope I can break that. Regardless, I hope I have long hair when I'm 50. I want to
luck.
be like Brad Pitt.
Ooh,
Like when I'm
nice.
like
That's a
with
good goal.
the
That's a good goal to
long.
have.
You see that with the long
Yeah,
hair
yeah,
that
yeah.
he used to
No,
have.
Yeah.
That's the goal. That's the goal.
He hasn't aged well.
Has not aged
I
well.
don't think he's aged well. I heard he smells bad too.
How old is he now?
Oh my gosh, he already smells bad.
Yeah, I heard he smells bad.
Who told you that?
Wow.
Fucking J-Lo
My wife.
or fucking Jennifer Aniston?
Your wife
told you his
what are we doing?
smells
Where is
bad?
this going?
I don't know where she finds this information now. She says that she's all up in the TMZ world. I don't know. Anyway, I'm not sure what happened here. We started off on quite the tangent, so let's get back to it. On Saturday, we have the last preseason game. I guess before we get into that, no, we can continue the Brad Pitt hair conversation against tomorrow in La Ventanita. We're gonna do our regular Ventanita episode tomorrow morning for those members. For these members, Matt, what have you thought about the preseason so far?
Mhm.
And do you care for the preseason? Like, do you think it matters?
Oh no, definitely not. Well, it matters to some extent, right? Like it matters
told you.
in the
Told you.
sense. It matters to the extent where everybody has to like get back into the rhythm of things, right? Into like match sharpness. Everybody has to get fit again. You go a month or two, whatever, without playing. People don't think it's a lot, but at the professional level, when you're playing every day, you go from playing every day to not playing for 2 months. You notice it. It's important for players like Region, who is now injured, but now he has to continue back on his recovery. But in terms of performances and things like that, I think I'm not worried about the performances. I thought our first game was really bad. The second game we were a lot better. We won that game, and then now just recently, I couldn't watch this last one. What was it, 2 days ago?
Yeah.
But I saw the highlights, and it looked fine. It looked completely. It looked fine to me. But I don't know.
My thing was the turning point. I don't know if maybe turning point is a bit of a stretch, but I thought that the first game wasn't good. I thought the first half of the Nacional game wasn't good either. But the second half, I felt like they started getting into rhythm. Yeah. The only thing is that the second half, Nacional put in all their subs. So I felt like they did it against the backups. So it didn't have me as excited. But in this game that just passed, I felt like they had a good, solid 90 minutes. Not the best, right? They didn't look like a championship team yet, but I felt like they looked a lot better than they had the previous 2 games.
Well, as complete in comparison to the other 2 games, I feel like you could actually
star across your above the crest, Chris.
Do I? I don't. Yeah, I do. But that's
Oh,
because. But it's
Oh.
buttoned in. So I just
you put
added
that
it.
in?
Yeah, I put that in. It's a button.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, look at this guy. All right.
No, not yet, not yet. I
You
didn't
get
get an
the-
official
all right.
tissue.
All right. All right.
I thought
But
you had
I
a
mean, it
plug.
looks.
I was gonna ask you to
Yeah,
hook me up.
Yeah. I'm
listen,
saying
I'll
he
I'll
gets
get
all
a
these
guy.
perks and he doesn't tell me anything about them.
What do you mean? I haven't gotten one perk yet, Danny. Let's calm down. Oh, Cuban Rick asking, will Ayala be suspended for next game due to red card? Apparently,
Shouldn't
no.
be. I believe those don't carry over in preseason.
No, it doesn't carry over. But I couldn't find it. I saw it on FootMob that he had a red, but I couldn't find the red, like the situation. I don't know if it was justified or like it doesn't matter.
It was weird. The guy came sliding in and he was running full. I mean, full speed, and he tried to stop. But as he was stopping, the guy kind of slid into him. Like, it was weird. I didn't think it was a red.
Okay.
I don't think so either.
So.
Yeah, I didn't want to look too deep into it because at the end of the day, like I said, it didn't matter. But Chris, you were gonna say something.
I don't remember what I was gonna say, to be perfectly honest. Not at all. Well, before I was just mentioning that I felt like this last game was probably the most complete in terms of the last two prior that we've looked. And I think the idea in a preseason is just look better than the last game. And Mascherano, he got interviewed at the end of the game. He basically sort of regurgitated the same thing, right? We look better than last game. Scoreline doesn't matter. Everybody's getting into form, which is fine. And I completely accept that. But Danny had mentioned something that he thinks we should start the exact starters that are going to be, of course, taking place in game 1 against LAFC, which I totally agree with, by the way.
Well, I look at it almost like the NFL. For those of you that are familiar with the NFL, they used to have 4, now they have 3 preseason games. And that last preseason game was what they call a dress rehearsal, where you get your starters and you play them the first half, right? Because outside of that, you only play a couple of drives in the NFL, right, in the football game. But that last game, right before the season starts, you go ahead and you play them for a first half because you want to get some rhythm, some chemistry going before it actually counts. And I feel like this should be the dress rehearsal. I feel like this is when whatever tactics, whatever formation, whatever 11 you have in mind, as long as they're healthy and available, you should put them all out there at the same time, because this is your last chance before they count. And that first game is no gimme, right? You're playing against LAFC, and they were hot to end the season last year. Will Boagna be there when the season starts? I'm not sure, but I definitely think that they should take this very seriously. And I think it matters. If they look like crap on Friday, I'm going to be a little worried, because I feel like that's a full month into the training season. I mean, into the preseason, 4 weeks of training. I feel like now is when they should start clicking. So if they look bad on Friday, I am going to be a little worried. Like, I know we say, oh, preseason doesn't matter. And I haven't really cared too much about the result the last 2 games. But if they look like shit on Friday, I might start to worry a little bit.
No, you definitely have a point, because this is our last preseason game, right? Until next week. So, and Mascherano has been giving but he's been giving opportunities to the younger guys as well, which is fine. It's whatever. It's preseason. Give them some minutes. But like to your point, we need to kind of start playing like how we're going to be playing during the season, because we need to get those tactics in check. We need to get our movement, our chemistry kind of flowing, and kind of just like the overall style of play. Like the chemistry just needs to be there for everybody that's going to be starting. Oh, shout out to Rick, with being a YouTube member. But
Nice.
and yeah, if we don't see that in Puerto Rico, or if we see that in Puerto Rico and it doesn't turn out good, then I'll start to be a little bit worried, because that just means that we're not ready yet. I mean, like some players are, I guess, like
Messi's already in form.
Berterame. Messi has been in good form, but Berterame is looking pretty good. I still kind of want to see a little bit more from De Paul. I still want to see more from, or who do I expect a lot from? I mean, like we still need to see like Mikael. We still need to see Falcon get in form. Noah Allen has to step it up. He hasn't really been. I don't think he hasn't been doing the best. Silvetti, whoever, Bright. I don't think he's been having a good preseason.
I agree.
So these guys need to start stepping it up, and I think they're gonna have to put it on a show on Friday.
Yeah. And then
shout out to Pedri Potter. Literally describing exactly what you get. You're asking Stancy, what do you get as a YouTube member? And Pedri Potter saying it. More bad takes and more PR.
yeah, that's what you get. And we and you'll get a couple of Ventanita episodes where we do in the mornings. Maybe some more Brad Pitt and hairlines, and we just talk a lot of nonsense when Chris's internet is working.
Yes.
I should get like a sponsorship for like Manscaped or something, or like what is it, like those hair products?
It helps that more hair. Absolutely.
Yeah. I'll work on it.
I'm gonna put you on the spot.
Dale.
What did you think about Drake when he was here?
Oh, I was not expecting that question. What did I think about him?
Mm-hmm.
I thought he was our guy. I thought he was our number one keeper. When he wait, this is when wait. What kind of Drake? Is this when Ustadi was here, or is this like before
last season before it was between Drake and Ustadi, and we didn't even know what Ustadi really looked like? Did you want to get rid of Drake and replace him with someone else, or were you happy with having him run out there?
I don't think
I remember.
I did.
We're talking about the season after he had a slump, but from a season where he had a high.
This is the season after we won Leagues Cup.
She's the Supporter Shield.
Or excuse me, the supporter
season. Yes.
Okay, yeah. The Supporter Shield. Oh damn. So this is the season.
And
so
Nick, I'm getting to it. Nick, relax. God, what the fuck? Give me a
because I don't think I wanted to get rid of him. I'm trying to remember what I thought about Drake, but I don't think I did. Maybe I did. No, let's just say I did. I think I did, but I didn't know who to replace him with, I think was the problem at the time. Because I think he was committing a couple of mistakes.
Why did you want to get rid of him?
Because I think he was committing like too many mistakes to the point where he wasn't becoming reliable anymore. I could be so wrong. I'm trying to remember.
It's just a genuine question.
No, but I'm trying to like think of what I thought of back then. But I genuinely don't remember. But if I were to assume, I think I don't think I was Drake out, but I'm like, you know what? Maybe we kind of need to step up in the caliber of goalkeeping position after that.
Fair.
But I still thought he was like a decent guy, a decent keeper for our level.
The reason I ask is because a lot of people at that point wanted him out, not because of his shot stopping abilities, but because of his distribution. He wasn't good with his feet.
Okay, yeah, I do remember that.
I thought that's where you were going to go, and you didn't.
I wasn't going to go there, but yeah, no.
A lot of people, that's where they were last year. Now, a lot of people got really happy.
He declined as a shot blocker, so that also didn't help.
Okay, I don't think so, but that's fine. So, a lot of people got excited when we got St. Clair because he's goalie of the year.
Yeah.
But when I spoke to people from Minnesota when we first got him, the first thing I asked him was about his footwork. They all said that he's bad with his feet. In the preseason, it looks like he's not good with his feet.
Yeah.
Are you comfortable? Or are you happy with St. Clair so far? And obviously it's still early, right? I still think that we need more to see. But what do you think about St. Clair? And do you think he's a good answer if he isn't good with his feet?
I mean, if people are saying that, then they're. And my take is that I think that's very hypocritical of them to be like, oh, like St. Clair's the best, but then they were hating on Drake because if you're putting it in that perspective,
it was the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah. But I think
it's an interesting conversation to have because realistically, you have St. Clair, who is a better shot blocker than Drake, but both of them technically were not great with the ball at their feet.
But now the thing is with St. Clair is that he has that expectation of goalkeeper of the year. So when you hear goalkeeper of the year and you hear St. Clair's name, you expect him to be great in all levels, or to be a sort of well-rounded goalkeeper in general.
That's nice.
But then when we don't see that now, because we're not seeing that in these first couple of games, people are like, oh, hey, this doesn't look like goalkeeper of the year material.
Yes.
And then they start panicking. It's like, okay, we need to find someone else, or maybe we need to give Rocco a chance, or whoever else, or this new guy from DC. I forget his name. Ortega or whatever his name is.
You already said it, baby.
So I think I'm gonna stick with St. Clair. I think he's our guy. I think he's our number one keeper for now. I mean, like Rocco had a great season or a great end of postseason. But I think with with the expectation of bringing St. Clair in, the priority is to win CONCACAF Champions Cup, and I think like St. Clair we brought him in, I think, for that reason, or at least for one of those reasons, and to bring a lot of experience into that position. So I think St. Clair is our guy, and I'm not panicking about it yet, even though you did say, and people are saying that he has bad ball control, or he's bad with his feet. But I think we'll be fine. Luis Barraza, thank you, Nick.
Yeah, because look, back when Drake was having his struggles, I remember I would ask people if they would want Kalina, because at that point, Kalina was considered the best goalie in the league, the Charlotte goalie, and he's bad with his feet also. And before bringing up his feet, I was like, would you guys take him? And everybody's like, absolutely. But then, like, so does the feet thing matter? Like, does the distribution? Now, I'm gonna tell you, it does now. I didn't think it was that big a deal before, because I felt like Busquets, that used to come down like a third center back, used to be an escape valve and used to rescue that back line when you would get pressed. Like, he was like that go-to, like, help us. And he would come down and he would kind of ease everything and transition everything from the back line to the front line, which is great. We no longer have that exit valve. We don't have Busquets back there. So because of that, I do think that now we do need, because I thought before it was a little overrated. I thought that, it wasn't that big a deal. I think that right now it might be a little more pivotal to have a keeper that can distribute the ball, because they are going to get pressed. They will get pressed often. And I mean, I haven't seen Mikael very much. Falcon is okay, but we're going to be in trouble if he's going to have a hard time distributing, and we're going to keep building out of the back. So that's my only thing with this whole thing.
Right, because you're saying that you would want or prefer a goalkeeper that could assist or at least help when you say distribute for that, but like bring the ball out, like basically like as everybody advances forward, you want the keeper and the two other defenders to kind of play within each other and kind of pass it around.
And I put the players on the back line in bad positions because of poor distribution, right? Because we've seen that. And then if he receives a bad ball, being able to control that and not panic. Like Noah Allen put him in a really bad spot, and he got out of it last game. I know you didn't watch the game, but Noah Allen gave him a really bad pass. He got out of it. But my worry is that he'll find himself in positions where he needs to be a little better with his feet. And again, I don't want to jump on St. Clair too much. I heard that he's gotten better. That's what the Minnesota people told me. You can tell he's not great. I don't think he's looked horrible either. I don't think he's looked horrible at all, but I don't think he's looked great either. And he's going to have to adjust to this whole new sweeper keeper role, because when he was in Minnesota, they used to play with 10 in the box. They played that what people call terror ball, like just counterattack, just defend. So he's not accustomed to having to play out of the back, having people pressuring them all the time. Like, he needs to adjust. So I think that this preseason, more than any other player on that pitch, St. Clair is the one that needs the most time.
Well, I mean, I think I was just going to say, like, I think in terms of just getting the footwork done or better, that's something that obviously is going to take time. And like you mentioned, Danny, you don't have the connection between the goalie and Busquets. That's sort of the thing that makes it the most nerve-wracking. But John Paul in a Super Slam here is mentioning, actually, shout out to you for a 199 Super Slam here. Says Dane is the best shot stopper, though Drake wasn't. I mean, it's true, Danny. Like,
no, I'll die on this hill. Drake,
but I'm talking about like
so many shots that helped us get the Supporter Shield title. Like, people,
I'm not talking about by metrics
all the time.
I'm talking about just being seen with this title of MLS goalkeeper, right? Like, he is seen as the best shot stopper of last season,
because he didn't face as many shots. This is what I was telling you. This year, he's going to face a lot more shots. If he's able to stop as many shots as he did with Minnesota, then you look at it. But he's going to have two defenders that in front of him. That's it. Maybe one. He's gonna face a lot of one-on-ones opportunities. Drake was stopping Cucho Hernandez, the runner-up to MVP that year. He was stopping him one-on-one. He was blocking penalties. Drake was put in a lot worse positions than St. Clair has ever been put in Minnesota. So for you to tell me that St. Clair is the better shot stopper, I don't see why you say that. I think Drake was playing his ass off, and if it's not for him, they don't win the Supporter Shield that year.
That's facts.
Damn.
So, and look, and I'm okay with Drake moving on, but I'm just saying, like, damn, like everybody's like, oh, Drake was so horrible. I thought he was a great shot stopper for the positions that he was put in all the time. Like,
yeah, I never thought he was horrible. I never thought he was horrible.
The defense that was in front of him was terrible.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead, Chris. No. Because I was just gonna go back to
yeah, go ahead.
That was said before. You sure? Okay. No, I was just gonna agree with what Danny said about the ability for the goalkeeper to be able to play out the back, like how like that is just more important to a game now, and maybe for the modern game, or just depending on how the team is. There's very few teams that kind of put 10 defenders in, like you said, how Minnesota play. Like in the defensive end, there's very few teams that played that the defensive, unless they know they're like huge underdogs. But I think in the MLS, where the level is so equal, that and with a team like Inter Miami, where we kind of have to rely on possession play or counterattacking play or whatever the play style we're actually going to be playing with anyway. It's probably going to be it's up to St. Clair to adapt that, or get better in that area of his game to for him to have a good season for us.
And just to put it in perspective, Chris, I'll let you go after this. I'm sorry, but just real quick, just put it in perspective. Look it up. In the history of the MLS, last season's Minnesota United held the least amount of possession percentage-wise of any team in MLS history. They just defended all the time. That's it. That's what they did. So yes, St. Clair was goalie of the year, but there's a reason for that. I'm not saying that he's not a good goalie, but he's gonna have to show it now, because he was helped out a lot by the fact that even the coach was probably in the box helping to stop some shots.
Right, because you're saying that they had the best defense in the year. Sorry, Chris, you can go. Sorry.
Yeah,
well, with the most conservative one, right? They were just back there just defending for their lives.
Yeah. John Paul Terraza with a $4.99 Super Slam says, counter to Danny, Drake saved so many more shots because he faced so many. Dane has a better save percentage with much less mistakes and more pens. The thing is, John, I don't think that this works in your favor.
Yeah,
I think you're kind of like
that helped Danny. I think
you're like helping Danny's point. Like, it's true. Inter Miami has taken more shots because everybody goes up, and the only guy left back there is either Noah Allen or Falcone. You're not catching up with 2-3 other guys attacking, and then you have Drake Callender or whoever the goalie is at that time hanging upside down like a Spider-Man. Now, I'm not saying that Dane St. Clair is going to fail. On the contrary, I think that his blocking ability is fantastic. It's just that you haven't seen that. Yes, but the thing is, you haven't seen that because of how loaded their defense is, Minnesota, sitting back. And then on top of that, the fact of the matter is you're facing less shots because there's so many other defenders creating walls for you.
In Minnesota, if a player got a shot off, it wasn't a clean, good opportunity. It was a contested opportunity, probably. Whereas in Miami, you're one-on-one with the keeper. Like, you're going to get a good shot off. It was completely different situations. And again, I don't want to take anything away from St. Clair. I think he could be good. He's going to have to show it.
Rick A says with a $4.99 Super Slam, honestly, we put our goalies in difficult positions, and they always have risen to the top. Always thankful to what every goalie has earned us. Go ahead, Matt.
No, and that's a great comment, I think, from Rick A. So shout out to him. And that probably comes from the midfield, or either the midfield or the defense. It's one or the other. Because like what Danny said, basically Minnesota's defense made St. Clair look good, and we're kind of the opposite. We kind of make our goalie look bad, and then when our goalie does, whoever it is, whenever he does come in clutch, it's like, okay, the goalie came in clutch, not the defense.
Yeah.
So it's this definitely is an interesting conversation to have.
Well, and I feel so bad because the goalie position itself has always been like a loner. And now, whenever the goalie has to perform because your defense is just Swiss cheese because there's nobody back there playing it, like it's just like, all right, you're doing your job there, goalie. Good job.
And again, idiot. And that's me reading his name. Okay, I wasn't actually calling him an idiot, but idiot. Here we go again. Drake is good at blocking shots. Miss Drake has 4 clean sheets in the whole season. Again, if you guys go back to before we got Falcon, that off season before we got Falcon, everybody was like, please, we need a better defense. Our defense is terrible. Is that not what everybody was saying? Our defense is terrible. It's counter after counter. How are you going to get a clean sheet when teams are just getting one-on-one opportunities with the keeper? Like, it's a miracle that they didn't score 5 or 6 goals on us every single game.
Look, I mean, let's just finish off the goalie conversation with John Paul's super duper ooper booper slam. 199.
Who the fuck is that guy?
I mean, why are you doing that, Danny? He's finishing off the conversation the way the season's going to finish. You know what, Danny? Convinced me, Rocco in. That's what's going to happen. So let's move on.
I don't know what I did, but if that's if I at any point sold you Rocco, I apologize because I obviously did a poor job of doing whatever it was that I was doing.
Thank you, Rocco. I appreciate everything that you've done for this team.
So,
oh, sorry, I was just talking to Rocco.
Going on Saturday, Allende is probably going to play.
Thank God.
Now, I know you didn't watch last game. My hope is that we see Allende on the right and Silvetti on the left because I want to see what this looks like. Now, I don't know if Berterame is going to have the visa to work in the United States on time, right? Because it's in Puerto Rico. But my hope is that we see Allende on the right, Silvetti on the left, Berterame up top, and Messi behind him. I want to see a 4-2-3-1. I want to see Messi playing like a true 10 where he can kind of just man the attacking midfield. And that's what I want to see because I feel like that's what we should play, what we will play. And it'd be nice to see it in action against a very good team because Independiente del Valle is a top team. So, Matt, have you seen what Silvetti's look like on the right side?
No.
Okay.
Like what, for Miami or in general?
Yeah, no. For the last couple games in the preseason.
Oh, not
He's
really.
been playing on the right side. Okay.
No, not really. I mean, I haven't really noticed it, and to be honest, I wouldn't even be able to remember. But I think on the what was it, the second to last game?
Yeah.
What was it, 2 games ago against the Colombian side? He also played on the right? I thought he played on the left.
No, he played on the right.
But it wasn't too convincing, or would you? Or what would
I haven't
you say?
been convinced with him so far this preseason, and I'm hoping that it's because he's coming off that right side. I think off the left side he looked great last year, and I'm hoping that's what it is.
Yeah.
Even though he looked better last game, but I would have loved to see him on the right side, on the left side.
Well, and it's a weird conundrum that we're in because like he blew the doors down when he came in here. And then now that you've been able to see him like consistently play, I mean, it's preseason, but like he hasn't been someone that's kind of jumped out the page either.
I mean, okay, so for Silvetti, it's difficult because last year, like we said, I thought he did good with the moments that he did play. And then now he isn't having that same spark. So it's like all of a sudden it's it's kind of like this whole conversation all over again, just with like a different player, right? It's like they're not showing like the same spark as they did last year. So then like everybody's like, oh, maybe he's not fit to be in the starting 11 anymore. I think Silvetti can still play on our left winger. I think he is our left winger. Nanda, we're not gonna have Baltasar most likely in our on our team this year.
I'm hearing that he's close to coming back.
Oh, really? Because he just played for Racing. What was it? The other day, like last week, I think it was.
I heard that he might be coming back.
So we don't. Well, I think Racing said that they want to keep him, so they're probably saying that so they can like boost up the fee or something. Right. But I mean, when it comes to if we can see, I think I trust in Toto on the left, and then with Allende on the right, and then Berterame up top. I think I think that'll be deadly if
That could be
that
goals.
that's going to be super deadly. I think if they end up linking well and connecting and actually getting in the groove of things.
But the crazy part is, and Danny, I'm sorry if I interrupted, but I want to bring up a point that you said a couple episodes ago, because Sliced Bread's already coming in counting 40 plus goals for Allende. It's scary. It's scary because, I mean, Danny, you brought up a couple episodes ago, we're putting our faith in the only two wingers we have in this entire roster, which Silvetti played like 6 games and then went and balled out for Argentina. And then Allende literally woke up out of a coma at the end of the season and decided to take over the MLS and its playoff records.
And we're banking that they're going to do that for a full season.
Correct.
Right.
That's the scary part here. And they're the only wingers, because everybody else that plays the wing position is like technically a midfielder.
I'm with Bigote on this one, though. I think Berterame Golden Boot is a possibility. And I've said it, and I keep saying it in case you guys missed it. Messi's going to break that assist record. It's 26. The assist record is 26 assists for Pie Valderrama in 2000 with Tampa Bay Mutiny. And he's going to break that. And he's going to break it with like a month to go in the season. He's going to shatter that record.
How many did he have last year? Like 15?
19.
19. Mm-hmm. And now the record is what, 26?
26. It's been around since the year 2000.
I mean, if he feeds Berterame and Berterame doesn't stop scoring, or Allende or somebody.
If Allende can wake up and not go through that lull of a season, like I'm not expecting him to do like 2 goals a game like he was doing in the playoffs, but if he can finish more consistently, because he had a lot of opportunities that he messed up on, I think that there's a chance. Well, you know what? Not a chance. I think that Messi with Silvetti on the left, Allende on the right, Berterame in front of him, I think he'll break that record. And I think he'll break it with a month to go. If the season ends late October, he's going to break it by late September.
Saying that also, like the expectations for Allende, it has massively, I think, increased, because now he's already been, not just based on, like, even if you remove the postseason, like, he's already been here for a year. Like, he's been with us for a full season. And now you're going to be stepping into a second season. You're not adapting anymore. Like, you know the team, you know the manager, you know how things work here. You know what is expected of you. And so he is supposed to be putting up a lot better numbers this time around, and more consistently and more frequently. So as long as he can do that, like you said, I think Messi could hit it. I think Allende could be a huge standout player for us. And then, you know, the rest is the rest, and with Berterame and all that. But hopefully he does step up, because I will be expecting more from Allende this year, now that he's more settled in, and now that we actually own him.
Yeah, that's the big part. That's the big part.
That we actually own him.
We're all in with this guy.
Yeah, so it's like
that's scary, huh, Danny?
Running around. You don't seem convinced about it, Danny. You're
I'm not. Look,
yeah.
I believe when people tell me who they are, and he told me who he was for a full season. Now, again, he flipped it on when it mattered. So I'm hoping that something clicked. And that he can carry it on, but I need to see it before I can believe it. I haven't even had a chance to see it in the preseason yet. Like, so I don't know. We'll see.
But that's my expectation personally. I know we haven't seen it, and we haven't been able to.
Everybody,
it's supposed to be the expectation. That's what we want from him. That's what we expect from him. And I mean, now that he has no preseason with us, he's gonna take maybe this beginning part of the year to adapt again to. He just posted, I think, like 30 minutes ago, like, oh yeah, I'm ready to be back or whatever, like him in the training ground.
Oh, so he's locked in, Dad.
So like he better be locked in. I don't know.
Last year he started off hot. I don't know if you remember. He started the first couple of games.
Yeah, I think he started good.
Season. And then he just fell off. Does anybody know if Berte will play against LAFC? John Paul's asking. Depends if visa comes through in time.
The whole visa deal.
Yeah, so it all really depends. Nothing is concrete yet whether he will or he won't. I'm hoping he can play on Saturday. Is what I want. I want him to play on Saturday. All right.
But, okay, Danny, the conversation I really wanted to have here was the midfield.
Yeah, well, that's where I was going. Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
There's a conundrum happening there because we have Ayala, who everybody's been kind of wanting to see, right?
Mhm.
Rodrigo De Paul seems obviously he's got that locked and
That's
loaded
locked
that
in for
position.
sure.
But we have essentially Ayala, we have Yannick Bright, and then we have even David Ruiz throw him in the mix, and Segovia. And I just want to mention this and shout out to FR Jean Milord with a $10 super slammer bammer. Danny, I love Rocco, but I feel much better with St. Clair. This guy is a giant. Chris, I'm with on that. Frey has no business on the bench.
Ooh, well, before we get into the midfield, Matt, we have 3 fullback spots. We have right back and left back. We have Frey, Mura, and Noah Allen.
Yeah.
Which 2 are you starting?
As of right now, it's probably Mura and probably Frey. I'm not convinced of Noah yet.
Yeah,
I don't think
I would go with that also.
You would or would not?
Yeah, I would. I would put Mura on the left and I'd leave Frey on the right.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
Unfortunately, because I was a huge Noah advocate last year.
Me too.
And I was really hoping that he was set up that without Jordi Alba, and now that even Reguilón is out, is going to be out for probably another month or so, a couple weeks. You would think that he would try to step up or try to, I don't want to say replicate, but at least like somewhat kind of do what he did last year. But so far we haven't seen it. But hopefully he does kind of get back into it, because we're going to need him regardless. Like even if it is Mura and Frey, we're going to need Noah Allen. He's going to play.
Look, and I think Noah Allen's a good player. I know Pedri loves to kill him. I think Noah Allen's a great player, but he just hasn't looked good so far in the preseason. I'd like to see Mura out there. All right, so back to the midfield, Chris.
Yeah, okay. I mean, as far as like getting back to the midfield, we have a little bit of a issue there, because there's only 3 spots available essentially in that spot. And I was telling you that throughout the preseason, Segovia has looked really sexy. If there's one player that I feel like throughout the preseason has looked positive every single game, it's Segovia. So I don't know how you feel, Danny, about where you would go with this, but it seems to me, and this is what I think is going to happen, it's going to be RDP, it's going to be Ayala, and it's going to be Segovia. I think Bright is completely out in terms of the starting role in the midfield.
What was that again? You RDP who?
RDP, Ayala, and Segovia. I feel like Segovia is showing more and more that he.
No, I know. I'm with you, but if you're going with those
trying
3,
to figure out how they're structuring.
Well, you're gonna either bench. You're benching somebody. Are you benching Messi? Like, who are you benching?
No, you're not.
You only have 2 midfield spots open.
I mean, you're benching Ashende at that point.
Yeah, you do that.
Yes, that's
because
right.
You only have 2 spots available.
Left, and then,
then I'm not going with Ayala. I'm benching Ayala. Get out of here. And I'm staying with Segovia and RDP. Those are the 2 best midfielders that have shown themselves, at least in the preseason.
Okay. Now, with that said, I think that would help a lot in the attack, maybe. But defensively, I think you would suffer. Well, Segovia isn't giving you RDP, shit defensively.
Well, no, he does. He hustles back and he plays defense. But RDP would have to play more defensively minded, no?
Yeah, I think
he's been coming back for the ball anyway.
I'm trying to think, because
so Matt, you're more familiar with Argentine soccer.
Yeah,
when
it
comes to or Argentine football, like RDP, right? Is he a guy that we can anticipate to come back, play defense, box to box, facilitate from the back, push it up front, and then have Segovia sort of lead the trail?
If you want to talk purely like just based on the Argentinian national team, that's what, like, defensively we have, what is it, Paredes, he would play there, and then RDP is literally a motorcito. He would run up and down the field, but he would get back for sure. Yeah, so he would definitely get back for sure. But then I wouldn't like heavily rely on RDP to play defense like that. if that makes sense. Like he'll draw back and he'll defend, but you don't really hear over the like the commentator be like, "Oh, what a tackle from RDP." Or like he's not really sliding in like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
he'll be aggressive and he'll be physical and he'll be
Busquets
physical.
did.
And yeah, so unless like Velasco Segovia kind of wants to be a little deeper and
I think
play
Yannick Bright
more
would
of
be the
a
only other option there. Defensively, I think Yannick Bright is the best option. Defensively,
Mhm.
just defensively. The hope for me, at least, and I think Segovia is one, but in the attack, I thought that Ayala was going to come in because everything that I know about Ayala is that he led the league in interceptions per game last year. So obviously he has a knack for winning the ball in the midfield, which is good. I haven't seen it yet in the preseason, but if Ayala could be that guy that apparently can progress the ball forward, but also is good defensively, I feel like he is the ideal guy to have next to RDP. I don't know if he's going to be as good defensively as Bright has looked, but he can give you some defense with also some attack. I think Ayala would be the person for that position. We just haven't seen it yet.
yeah. I think for me personally, I think when we go into the season, if we just solely play like Ayala and RDP, I don't think it's gonna end well. If you have Messi and Bertrand, like if I were to put it in my head, like how our system would work, if we kind of replicated last year, it would be the 4-4-2 with Messi and Berterame up top, and then like it would be like RDP, let's just say, I don't even know. Let's just say
Ayala.
Telasco Segovia on the left with Ayala and RDP, and then like Ashende on the right or something. And then like you would just have to rotate and just kind of like figure out the spacing, like going back or like going forward. Like when you advance, like Telasco can come in centrally, Region or whoever's going to play on the left would play a little wider. But I just I don't want to say I don't trust him, but I don't trust Ayala yet. I don't trust Bright. Like they just haven't been looking good. But like yes, they would be our ideal options, but they haven't really shown us like what they could really do this year.
Well, I think the crazy part is that those two are the sort of more defensive minded center midfielders.
Mm-hmm.
So to have those two players specifically not stand out and probably even worse, play worse than what you're expecting, I think that's where it gets a little nerve wracking. No, Danny, or am I off base here?
No, yeah, I agree.
Because when you have like RDP is our designated player, and then you have Ayala, who's our U22 DP or whatever it's called, the U22 initiative player. So that alone, and he apparently had a great season at Portland, or he did. Like showing good.
Yes, most interceptions per 90 minutes.
Yeah, there you go.
So yeah, obviously defensively, and I spoke to somebody from Portland, and they said that it's a steal. That the only reason that Portland gave him up is because he was going to leave to Europe next year, and they were going to get nothing for him. So they decided to do this. So Ayala apparently was looking really good last year.
It's a good problem to have too.
It says they need to learn how to play like each other, not just with each other. That gives Mascherano options to play them consistently without messing up the tactics. Yeah, at this point, I think at this point, like we have the personnel. I think we have great quality of players on our squad. It's just a matter of how they can blend together and how they could play together, and then that will decide our season. That will decide if we win CONCACAF Champions Cup or we lose like 7-2 in the semifinal or something.
And it's true. Florida Man saying right here, they have to gel. They just started playing together. So Ayala in the first game that he played, he didn't play so bad. I mean, but again, it's preseason. The fact that we haven't seen too much, that's what it is.
Busquets led the league in passes into the final third from his position as a center defensive midfielder. They're not going to get that from anybody else. I also don't really think that RDP is that guy that can create a lot in the attack. Now, you tell me if I'm wrong, because I've never thought of him as that type of player. You've probably seen him more than I have, obviously. I've never thought of him as somebody that can create for others. I have a feeling that Messi's going to be dropping deep into the midfield to receive the ball and kind of start the attack.
I mean, that he's been doing that for these last couple of games, no? Actually, in the highlights that I saw from last game, I saw him make like a crazy slide tackle in like the 35th minute or something like that. I don't know if you guys remember that.
He did. He
So,
did.
and he did
hustle
that from
back
like
in.
he did it like right there in the middle of the pitch. So yeah, we're gonna be seeing that again, and then which is also what he did last year, similar sometimes too. He would drop extremely deep. He would pick up the ball. He'll play those same through balls over to the wings. This time it's just not going to be to Jordi Alba, and we're just gonna have to hope, I guess, pray and say our prayers literally that like it's just gonna go well and that these guys are gonna finish and click and kind of understand like how to deal with those situations.
And somebody mentioned about how Mascherano likes to have Swiss Army knives. I do agree with that, Danny. I think he does like to have guys that he could just throw wherever on the pitch. So we do have guys that do certain things, and I think that doesn't bode well for kind of what he wants. People want us to talk about the left back position, Danny.
We already did. We said that we want Muda back there. RDP is not much of a creator. I've seen some people say that he is a creator. I've seen some people say he's not a creator. There's a lot of.
I wouldn't say he's a creator.
The fact that there's some people that say yes and some people say no tells me that it's not consistent.
Yeah, he's not.
Yeah, it's not. Maybe he is. Maybe
he probably has like moments of creativity.
Yeah. So,
but I wouldn't say overall he's a creative player. I wouldn't say so. In any team that he's been, there's always been somebody else that's been the creator.
Stancy here is saying, I guess for the La Ventanita tomorrow, for those that are members, we'll go on to La Ventanita tomorrow. We should talk about Nancy Guthrie mystery. I don't know what the heck that is.
Well,
What is that?
I have zero.
I'm looking it up. I'm on it. I heard that there's actually a documentary about Clue, the board game. Who the hell is this Nancy? Who is this?
Why would there be a documentary about a
serial
board game?
Killer?
All right, let's be nice,
I don't
Chris.
It said I saw there. It said she teaches the Bible.
Yeah, teaches the Bible at her home church. Oh my gosh, this is like an ongoing thing happening. FBI, I see FBI here, ex-FBI agents.
These guys are so lost with current events.
Listen, I barely watch TV. I barely watch. I watch Matt's podcast. So guys, check it out at SoFlo Soccer. I watch Drive Pink sometimes. I watch like as much as I can as far as content on YouTube. That's it. You asked me about what happened yesterday. If the earth explodes, I'm not seeing it unless it's at my front doorstep.
There's no way that everybody knows about this and we don't.
Yeah. And Matt is like half our age. So don't say this because we're old.
Yeah, you can't do that either. That's like young. Okay, guys? Nancy Guthrie, she looks like a literal villain. I mean, there's stuff here saying that this is a disaster.
What, like, is it like some demonic thing? Since she's like a Bible teacher?
I mean, I don't know what I'm kind of researching here. Enters second week. Who is this person? And why is there so many articles about her on CNN, on USA Today?
Oh, so this is a popular thing.
This is a thing. No, these are things updating as we speak, Danny. We are in the know.
All right, so maybe we do have to talk about it tomorrow morning because I have to look into it. I have no idea.
Listen, I do watch the price. Let me tell you something. Whenever Maury's on, I'm watching it. So yes, throw me somewhere in the 90s and I'm stuck there. Kidnapping Bitcoin.
What?
I just started a poll. Have you heard about Nancy? I put up the poll. Have you heard about Nancy?
Nancy? That's it. Nancy. But what about like her last name
Grace?
Guthrie. I mean, that's a doomed last name if there ever was one. Guthrie.
Is this a soccer podcast? It is, but we're talking about tomorrow.
We literally we talked football for 50 minutes. We can't talk anything else.
Oh, these people, man. All right. Let's see. Look,
but this happened just now. Like this happened a couple hours ago. Or no,
dude.
Or am I crazy?
I mean, I don't know. Like it's ongoing. There's things being updated as we speak.
Because everything I'm seeing, it's like an hour ago, 2 hours ago.
There's a search for Nancy Guthrie. So are they searching for this person? So is this person a good person? or a bad person?
I'm laughing because I just find it so funny how we're all so confused.
There's FBI agents right now as we speak in search for Nancy Guthrie.
Talk football is saying talk football. Well, for the record,
I
we
heard she's
were,
the new Celtics
and
coach.
then a commenter suggested something we could talk about tomorrow morning show. So we just took a second to talk about that. Jesus.
So she's on the
All right,
loose. So they're finding her.
Her
'cause
net
she's
worth.
bad.
Her net worth is 1.1 million.
Hmm.
That's I found out. So I don't know.
She
if
was
that's
kidnapped.
her
That's
daughter
she's not
has an
filthy rich.
estimated worth of 40 million. Savannah
Nice.
Guthrie. I
Well,
have no idea.
61% said that they know who this person is.
I mean, look, Stancy just took away her subscription from us because now
Why?
we're not going to talk about.
No, we're
Nancy
gonna talk
Guthrie.
about it. We're just gonna talk about it tomorrow.
Yeah,
Yes.
it'll give you guys enough time to do research on that.
Yeah, no, for sure. I'm gonna go to my I have a personal TMZ. My wife is all up in all cheese. Like this is how I get my news.
There's people in freaking vests, Danny. This is serious. Like,
This
you know,
is
when you
world
see
news.
people with the vests and the SUVs outside, it's a problem.
Maybe
You
they
know,
should do that with Inter Miami, looking for the players who haven't shown up for preseason.
Well, I mean,
find
at this
David
point,
Ayala.
it's only Allende, right?
Oh my God! Don't
I
do
guess,
that,
yeah.
Danny.
Actually,
he hasn't been able to play.
All right, look,
You three are
you
out
three-
of touch.
Well, just for the record, I don't know if you realize.
Shout out to
but
Rick A.
so many.
that's huge. Shout out
Rick
to
A
Rick.
says $4.99 Super Slam says it's their podcast. They can talk about whatever they want. This is the internet. It's free to leave if you want to.
Well, appreciate that, Rick. But for the record, for those that are saying that we're out of touch, like I mean, I know Matt has a lot going on. I have a lot of shows going
We all
on.
have
Like
going on.
trying to keep informed for a full MLS and everything else that we cover. Like, you kind of get consumed. You kind of lose sight of old people getting kidnapped. Is it still called kidnapping, even though it's an older person?
Granny
I would
napping.
think so. Oh, what is
Uh.
kidnapping if I'm old?
Yeah, because everything else just doesn't sound right. Like elderly napping, older. Like I said, granny napping. It doesn't sound right.
Well, it says kidnapping at any age involves forcibly, secretly, or by threat confining, abducting, or imprisoning a person. That's a great question, though.
Well, Pedri, I feel like we talked football for the first 50 minutes. Yo, these people are fucking
We
wild.
can't talk
It's only
about
so much.
kidnapping for a little
Make sure
bit.
you put on the title, hey, talking football for the first 50, and then after that, we're gonna
And
go off
then
on a tangent. Make sure that
Nancy
you
Guthrie.
pre-plan these conversations.
First of all, tell me she doesn't complain at stores
Stop,
about
Chris. No,
not
we're not
getting
doing that. Don't do that. We're not making fun of people that we don't know if they're alive or dead or they just got kidnapped.
You
Wait,
know
hold
who
on.
this
Matt's
is?
got an update. Ding dong, bang bang.
You know who this is? Do you guys recognize this woman from the news? She's a reporter. Isn't she on CB? It's either CBS or NBC or something like that. But it's her mom. It's her mom. So
it's her mom.
yeah, Nancy Guthrie is this lady's mom. So, but I recognized her. I think she's on the Today Show. Yes, she is on the. I just found it. Yeah, she's on the Today Show. Her name is Savannah Guthrie.
Hold on. Can
Xavier, we actually did start that. It's literally called La Ventanita. We do it in
What
the mornings.
happened?
Basically, what that is. It's just
It's for
that
members only.
Stancy
So you
threw
got to
us
be a
off.
member.
Yeah, Stancy threw
I
us
just
off.
googled what happened to Nancy Guthrie, and it just gives me stories. What if I don't want to click? I want Google to just tell me what happened.
You want the AI to summarize it for you and just give you an answer?
Hey, Chris is
Just
so
tell
lazy.
me what happened. I mean, I'll read it. I love reading this kind of stuff. Like, I love
Yeah.
informing myself of things. But right now, I don't want to read. This is quick. I need like a minute to respond to everybody in the chat who's upset that we don't know who Nancy Guthrie is and what's happening with her.
All right, Matt, appreciate you
Hold on.
jumping on
Bigote sent me a
and
text.
talking some Inter Miami with us. Matt, let everybody know where they can find you.
Oh, wait. No way. Bigote just texted me some gold. If this is true, hold on.
What is it?
The one
what is it?
Matt just held up, she interviewed Epstein victims. Boom,
Oh,
boom.
damn.
That's big stuff, homie.
Oh, so now it's like the conspiracy is like, oh, she got
Conspiracy
kidnapped
theory?
because, I see the linkage
What?
here.
Sean Callahan,
Bitcoin
and Sean Callahan's pretty factual. She's kidnapped. Bitcoin ransom supposed to be paid today at 5 p.m. Arizona time. There's a story. Dude, it's already way past 5 Arizona. It's like 8 o'clock over there. It's 8:30.
You guys are going to
She's
have
cooked.
a long Ventanita episode tomorrow. I think about this.
Well, my wife is gonna. She already told me she's got all the cheese. She just texted me, so she's gonna fill me in on all the details. once I get off of
there
it.
you go. Okay, perfect.
Oh my God. Pedri, come on. Are you a Karen too, my guy? Reported for scam and misleading. Do the same guys whoever came here for football. Okay. Pedri.
He's
have
a
fun
rage
going to
baiter.
sleep, buddy. Good night.
Yeah, he's the number one rage
Good
baiter.
night, Pedri. Oh, Danny,
right
why'd
now.
you do that? Why you do that?
Oh, because dude, I've never
Just
seen
we're
somebody
finishing
that
up.
like comes here on a regular basis and then like literally works against you. Like he was on here, he's like, "Hey guys, a membership. It's more like membership. Don't sign up." I'm like,
Damn.
like why? I know.
Yeah,
like,
no, he's kind of an asshole.
yeah, like
Just give him like
you're
a minute. He'll come in on his
bit,
burner.
a bit much, a bit much.
Yes. Shout out
Yeah,
to
sometimes it's a little
Bigote.
too much.
He's a caca.
Shout out to Bigote. 1 month subscription. Good night, Pedri. Go to sleep.
Pedri kidnapping Danny.
So again, Matt, let everyone know where they can
Yeah.
find you.
Yeah. Everybody can find me at SoFlo Soccer on YouTube. I haven't posted in a while, but I'm gonna get back into it. It's been a crazy, hectic couple of weeks with work. But if you guys wanna, guys like me, I guess, and want to talk football, and maybe I guess sometimes an Anti Gudry, then you can check me out at SoFlo Soccer.
And then just for the record, there's a good chance that Chris might have done that because Chris was quite the bully back in the
I
day.
wasn't a bully, Danny. What? Come on. I wasn't a bully. I was a nice kid. I'm a good kid.
You know what he used to do? He used to pull down kids with big
Oh
book
my
bags
God.
and then have them on their back like a turtle because the big bag was so big and they couldn't get up. Chris was a horrible person.
Listen, for the record, I didn't do that.
Funny. That's so funny.
Football King banned, but this isn't the first time. This is like the 10th time, and then he'll come back with like another Pedri Potter 2, 3, 4, 5 next time. It's wild. He hates us so much, but then he comes over into all our shows. I don't get it.
Matt, your dog
All
took
right.
over the podcast. Yeah, my dog left though. He's not here. He went outside. If you want to see more of my dog, you can come check out my channel. He's always in there. He's always in there. But anyways, thank you guys so much for having me on.
No, absolutely,
And,
man. I
really
you.
appreciate
Good time with
It's been a
you.
while. Yeah, man, of course.
Any final
Love it.
words, Chris?
I'm not a mean person because now people think that it's like guaranteed because you said it. I'm not a mean bully person. And look, I was trying to make sure we protected Pedri and you kicked him out and now he's gone to sleep.
Dude, who comes on to somebody else's show and is like, "Hey guys, don't be members. It's shit." It's like, what are you doing? Like,
yeah, and
like,
completely hates.
and then
our
and
shit.
then
the whole
us like
time.
dumbasses like, let's keep putting his fucking comments up. Like, what the fuck? Like, fuck that guy.
It's true.
All right.
You're right.
All right. Well, we'll be back on Wednesday. We'll see if we get. I don't know if we know anybody from Independiente de Valle, but we'll see what we have going for Wednesday. But we'll be back on Wednesday, and that's it. If you haven't already liked the show, make sure that you join us. If you're listening on audio, please leave us 5 stars and a comment. If you watch on YouTube, like and subscribe. And we'll be back, like I said, on Wednesday. And Pedri loves you guys. He has a weird way of showing, I'll tell you that.
Yes.
And he does the
pretty
same
weird.
on Franco's podcast. Does he?
That's even worse. Like, and you're getting it from a reporter,
That's
and you're getting
bad.
people that talk numbers and stuff. I mean, he
like they
he
like,
just
like they're in
consumes
there.
Inter Miami to hate.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Well, all right. Well, again, we appreciate everybody hanging out with us, and we'll be back on Wednesday. So until the next one, have a good one.
Thank you, everybody.